energy is the King of Cups. So we've got a deluge of water this week already. So some of you, again, this is a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or just emotions. Creativity is very important this week. Now, the King of Cups is a step up from the Knight. So maybe someone is taking their game to the next level. Some of you, this ties to a father or father figure, somebody who's very cultured or intelligent. They may be very emotionally mature, someone who's stable, and you trust this person. You trust their advice. They listen to you, and they have your best interests at heart. So this is someone who is mature, and they may be very easy to talk to or share emotions with, because this is someone who is comfortable and not threatened by emotions. For some of you, if you had a health problem that you needed to deal with, that maybe this is your doctor, or maybe this is a lawyer or a counselor, someone negotiating for you, could be an artist, or just a good friend. This is someone who is willing to accept extra responsibility. Now, for you personally, it may mean that you're taking a unique approach to getting what you want, or how you deal with adversaries. And perhaps keeping things, in a shift. The moon yesterday, that's about unsettled conditions. And maybe that's part of what's helping you, this shifting, changeable quality, adapting to the environment, to the people that you deal with, that helps you gain the upper hand. This is a day where it seems like you get things done by, in a strange way, doing nothing or doing less. Things just seem to fall into place according to your desires and without much help or effort on your part. And it's a day where if you have to connect to authority figures, they may be willing to go along with what you want. Your special requests, your demands, your overtures, whatever it is, they're in alignment. They're in agreement with you. So some of you, you're going to have contacts with those at a distance, and you're going to get some good news, whether it's on a personal or a professional level. Now, romantically, maybe, things are stabilizing. We talked about the Knight of Cups and how he's very charming and seductive, but unreliable. But the King of Cups steps up to the plate. And so either you or someone you're involved with may start to realize that game of fantasy and romance needs to be set on solid footing. Maybe someone is tired of the dating game, or they realize that they've been alone too long. Or maybe they have come to the realization that they care for someone more deeply than they realize. And we talked about with the Knight of Cups, someone not really planning to fall in love. Maybe this was someone playing their game, doing their thing, and lo and behold, they ran into their match. They met the one. And now they're realizing that they've fallen in love, and maybe perhaps it's time to grow up and have a real relationship. That's for some of you. For others of you, you're attracted to someone, and that attraction is likely to be mutual in whatever capacity. So because of this attraction, you may be very strongly motivated to go after something. And so you try to impress someone or improve the relationship, or maybe you try to hold on to it or defend it. It just depends on how you feel. In some cases, maybe you want to destroy something because you feel it's yours and you have a right to do it, and that's how you feel, and you're sticking with that story. Others of you may find that today is a day that goes awry. Others don't want to go with your program. They're not interested in your agenda. And the harder you try to get in control of matters, the less it starts to spin out of control. And if that's the case, then the meetings that you have, the conversations, the connections, those don't go as planned. In fact, they work against you. They're counterproductive. And so your relationships tend to be emotionally charged, complicated, and less rewarding. Some of you, it may come up that the plans or the agenda just wasn't genuine. It lacks sincerity, it lacks substance, and you may find that it's just a little bit too easy to lie to yourself or to other people, or you may be connecting with someone like that. So, this is going in one of two ways. Again, perhaps you're able to come to some kind of emotional agreement. You're connecting to someone who is an advocate for you, who is strongly interested in you succeeding and your well-being. They may have a healing effect in your life. It could be a very creative day. You may be in command of your own emotions, or it could be a day of manipulation where you're connecting with the con. Somebody who gets lost in drugs or alcohol, or they're self-indulgent, or they're only looking out for themselves, and they use emotions for selfish gain. And, again, that could be the gigolo, the person who thinks that, they're all that. Or maybe it's someone who, goes too far. They tend to spoil their loved ones, and, that they take things to the extreme in their service or their way of loving. So it's either a day of your strong emotions in the positive or emotions that work against you in the negative.